Welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to review about series hybrid electric vehicle drivetrain and its power flow patterns. So how many power flow patterns are available? Okay. So already we have been discussed what is meant by an drivetrain. Drivetrain is a combination of or drivetrain is nothing but a group of power train. What is meant by a power train means it is an sum of energy source and energy converter. Energy source is nothing but the battery, energy converter is nothing but the motor. So the combination of an energy source and energy converter is called powertrain. Like this group of powertrain, we are going to call it as drivetrain. Let us try to understand with the diagram. So we are going to construct this hybrid electric vehicle that consists of which coupling? Series coupling or series connection, and the series connection we are going to have electrical coupling, electrically coupled hybrid electric vehicle drivetrain, and we are going to see the different power flow patterns. Let's try to see each individual part. So basically you are having a fuel tank to fill petrol and diesel, and you have the next part is nothing but the engine part, and then this engine will give the mechanical output, and you are going to have the next part is nothing but the generator. So in this petrol fuel tank we can fill petrol or diesel and generator, and then you have an rectifier part, and you have an DC to DC converter part, which is called as chopper, and then it is connected to battery, and this battery is connected to battery charger, which charges the electric battery, and output of this DC to DC converter we are going to connect to the motor controller, and this motor controller is connected to our traction motor. So this is nothing but the motor which is required to move the electric vehicle, where we are going to call this motor as an traction motor, and here the output we are going to have a mechanical coupler. This is mechanical transmission, and from this mechanical transmission you have an this is also called as differential, and this differential purpose is to split the torque. That's why it is called as torque splitter. Okay, so now let's try to give the connections. So already we discussed these types of hybrid electric vehicle. So if we have an there exists an link between fuel tank and engine, which is nothing but this is called as hydraulic link. Single line is hydraulic link. So single line we are going to call it as a hydraulic link. If you have double line, then it is called mechanical link. If you have an thick line, then we are going to call it as a electrical link. Now see here how to connect these different components. So you have a fuel tank. From fuel tank we are going to connect the engine with hydraulic link. From engine to the generator, so engine is rotating and we need to convert this electrical to mechanical, so that's why hydraulic link. And here we have the battery. So what are the type of power generated by the generator? AC supply, but battery requires DC supply. This AC has to be converted into DC with the help of an rectifier. So here the output, this generator is connected to the rectifier. So here you are going to have an electrical link. Okay, so here you are going to have an electrical connection between these two, and again this is connected to the motor, and again this is connected to the converter, and from this converter this is connected to the battery, and from the battery you have an this red color line which is shown in dark color is nothing but which are connected in electrical. From the motor controller this is connected electrically through the electrical line. So here this is bidirectional, so the power flows in both the ways. And through the motor we are connecting to an transmission. So this is nothing but again you have an mechanical link, and the same mechanical link we need to split the torque with the help of an torque splitter. So that's why it's called a torque splitter. And here you have an wheel 1, and here you have wheel 2. So this is wheel 1 and this is wheel 2. So you have the two wheels. Now let us try to see the power flow, and here we are going to show the dark color lines. This dark color lines is nothing but traction. So when you try to move from one place to another place, this is nothing but the direction of traction movement. And one more color we are showing which is nothing but the regenerative braking, and we are going to show it in an dotted line. Okay, so you can see this dotted line. So this is used to charge the battery. So this engine will propel the generator, and generator will give the supply through rectifier, and the battery gets charged. And previously which was acting this as a motor, in regenerative braking mode this motor will try to act like an generator, and it will send the power shown in dotted line and to the motor controller, and through this chopper it once again charges the battery. And this dotted line is nothing but regenerative. Here it is nothing but charging the battery. So this red color line indicates charging of battery. Now you see this schematic connection. So coming to the logic, so here petrol or diesel is available in the fuel tank, that is given input to the engine, and engine provides an mechanical output, and the mechanical output is given to the engine. Sorry, the engine gives the mechanical output which is taken care by the generator, and it gives an electrical output. Here this is an AC supply, and here the battery is an DC supply. We need to convert this AC to DC with the help of an rectifier. That's why here the converter is nothing but or electronic control unit is nothing but the rectifier. So this complete part, the rectifier part and DC to DC converter acts as an electronic control circuit. So this is electronic control unit or electronic control circuit. So this consists of rectifier, DC to DC converter and motor controller, and you have an traction motor. So this rectifier converts AC to DC, and directly it is not sending to the battery, which we require an DC to DC converter, which is nothing but a chopper. So you know the different types of chopper. The purpose of the chopper is we need to convert a fixed DC to variable DC. So this variable DC is useful. This variable DC is useful to charge the battery. So now this battery we need to charge with the help of an charger, where this input is AC supply, phase and neutral, input is AC, and here you require DC, and automatically this battery charger is nothing but a rectifier. So rectifier action, what is there in off-board charging, will charge the battery, and this battery will perform its DC to DC conversion action, and required voltage and current will be supplied to the motor controller, and this motor controller will give the required voltage and current format of this induction motor, which is nothing but AC induction motor. So this traction motor is directly coupled to the differential or torque splitter. That's how ultimately the wheels will propel in forward direction. So the same wheel, whenever it is trying to come, this is the action when happening like an motor. So when you travel in an guard road, when you are having an negative slope, automatically here this motor acts like an generator, and automatically this motor is trying to act like a generator, and the generated voltage comes to the motor controller, and via DC to DC converter it charges the battery. This is how the battery is charged. And one more way of charging the battery is from fuel tank to engine. Engine will try to propel the generator, and this generator output is connected to the rectifier. It will charges the battery. The black color line, which is nothing but the traction mode of operation. The red color line, the two dotted line, is nothing but the charging method of an battery. So this is all about the series hybrid electric drivetrain. So now you understand. So this fuel cell, I mean fuel tank, engine, generator, and rectifier and motor. Okay, so this completely acts as power train 1. Okay, so this below one will act as a powertrain 2. Okay, so that's how this powertrain is very important. So this completely is called as powertrain 1, and this part is called as a powertrain 2. So that's how we constructed powertrain 1 and powertrain 2. This group of powertrains we are going to call this as hybrid electric drivetrain. This is called drivetrain. Okay, this is all about series hybrid electric vehicle power flows while charging of battery and the traction flow. So if you feel the content is useful, please like the channel and subscribe. Thank you for watching. So the next video will be on what are the different power flow patterns in hybrid electric drivetrain.